Okay, this is going to be just a new version of the Excel sheet. It's pretty much the same, but I've just added some modifications. And it's just going to be a common sheet, and you are going to be assigned. Your name is going to be here, so this is the app that you would get assigned to, okay? And now I'll just tell you about color coding, which is basically the main change. So once you've completed an app, so you just highlight it yellow, highlight this column, highlight this part yellow, okay? Once you're done, if I want you to recreate an app, then I will highlight it red. So for any reason, if it gets suspended, or if I want you to work on a new app, then I would highlight it red, and then you would go according to that, and you would make the app. And now if you watch the last video, if it's called this is the one I sent you first, or you should watch this first, Andromo First App for Publisher's Account. Once you watch this, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And these ones are the apps that you would use. This is the title music that you would use. I mean the title for the app. This is the one, and then I would give you the codes, okay? And then, so whenever there's a suspension of an account, I'll tell you that, because I'm going to be doing the publishing as of now, unless I tell you otherwise. And as soon as I get a new account, I will need one of these apps. So you would go and watch that video that I just showed you and recreate anything from these. These would be the titles, okay? And then one more thing here. Okay, here. Transfer from CCA to Andromo or vice versa. Now, this would be, if you're recreating an app, that just means it's already existing in Andromo or it's existing in CCA. Like you've already created both the versions. But if it's only in CCA and then you're transferring it to Andromo, that means you have to do more work, right? So you're going to highlight it purple. There'll be a different payment system. That will be $5 paid for this one, and then $3 paid for the red one, because the red one is just simply just redoing the same thing again. But if you're transferring it from one platform to the other platform, then you're doing more work, so you'll get more money for that, okay? So that's what makes it purple. So I'll just repeat that again. Like for example, let's say Angry Birds, it exists in CCA, but it doesn't exist in Andromo, and you're supposed to make it in Andromo now, then that's going to be colored purple. But now, then, and the third time, now if it does exist in Andromo and CCA, now you've done that already, then you're going to highlight it red, okay? And yeah, you should be making one Andromo and one CCA per day. So you just make, so for example, you make these two, Sonic Dash and Despicable Me, on one day, and make that for Andromo. And then the next day, you can make these two, sorry, you can make them for, actually, yeah, let me see how to do this. Okay, yeah, so make these two for Andromo, then make these two for Andromo, these two for Andromo. That's 3 days, right? 2 per day. And then after that, you can make these two for CCA, these two for CCA, these two for CCA. So do it in that format. So do two different ones every day for a round of 3 days, and then do them on the other platform after those 3 days, okay? Yeah, and here are the keys. I've put everything in one. So this is the AdMob key that is common. So I actually have to add a column, AdMob key for Andromo, and then AdMob key for Polefish. AdMob key for Andromo and AdMob key for CCA. So I'll add another column. And then interstitial is going to be Andromo, and Polefish is going to be for CCA. Everything is on one platform now. This part you don't have to worry about. This is just for the publisher account, and I'm going to be doing that like I said. Here's your name. And now when you highlighted the yellow, when I told you that once you've completed the app, highlight it yellow. So you would, like, if this is red, right? It starts with red, and then you would just change it to yellow. And then you would put the date you published it on CCA, the date you published it on Andromo, and then this is how it works in versions. Okay, so let's say the first time you're publishing it, or the first time you've created it, it's going to be 1. This is the highlight color you would use. It's going to be version 1. Okay? So put the date here that you published it, and then if it's the first time you created it, then this would be the color. And now again, if I tell you that you have to recreate it again, then this color would change to this color. So now I know it's the second time you've done it, and the second time you've done it, why? Because it's got suspended and you had to do it again. So then it becomes that second color. If you have any questions, ask me. I know I'm a bit confusing in explaining things, but hope this makes sense. And then the date it gets suspended, I would put that there. This is for me. So this column, these two columns, and the account column is for me. And again, I'll be adding one more AdMob account, AdMob column for you. Yeah. And again, copy these names. You don't have to worry because you're not doing any publishing. Oh yeah, and just put everything in your Dropbox folder, all the icons, and then the APK once you've downloaded it, and that should be good. Yeah. And the description for now, unless I tell you, I'll do the description part, but you don't, if I tell you to do it, then I'll show you a sample of how to do it, but this is it. Okay, thank you.